Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Fiorletta, Associate Editor of Retail TouchPoints, and right now I have Kyle Turner, who's CEO of CognitiveTPG. Kyle, thanks so much for taking out the time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, obviously the retail industry is constantly evolving, and we're at NRF right now, and we're learning about where the retail industry is going to go. And obviously printing solutions are still a key part of retail, especially the in-store experience, obviously. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how printer technology has changed over the past years in retail and how it's evolved?
Well, it depends how far back you go. I've actually been in the industry for about 15 years now. So the printer industry and printing technology has changed. I've seen it go from primarily impact to a mixture of impact and direct thermal to impact direct thermal inkjet, impact direct thermal transfer and inkjet. Different needs and different entrants bring different skill sets, and they differentiate and customize in different ways. So every year a new technology is going to get thrown into a new market. It may be a technology that was predominant in another market and is being used here to address a special need, but it's going to come. All print technologies will pass through the industry at one point in time, and they'll find a home, albeit a small niche, but eventually they'll find a home.
Right. And one of those trends obviously is mobile. I mean, that's been such a constant hot topic for the past few years. So what are you seeing from that perspective? And moreover, where does CognitiveTPG stand in terms of adopting a mobile solution?
Mobile is a form factor adaptation of print technologies. It's existing technology, but again, portable. I do see it getting a bigger hold in the market. This show itself at one point in time was filled with mobile providers just a year or two ago. Right. There's a lot less mobile providers now, but there's more mobile solution manufacturers. The larger companies, the software companies, are now showing tablet applications, smartphone applications, but there's less standalone mobile printer companies because they're finding out that to use this technology, there's more layers to it than they thought. You can't just buy it, plug it in, and let it go. So the standards, the most economical way to apply it, that's all evolving. How our company is dealing with it is we are coming out with some portable solutions. Portable can be applied in two different ways. You can take a standard desktop printer that still requires a power attachment. You can make it portable by putting it on a crash cart, interfacing with a wireless device, but moving that printer location to location, but it still requires power. That gives you more of the industrial usage, you don't have battery life issues, but you still have the mobility aspect. We're working on solutions for that, and we're also working on solutions for a full portable. While we don't have a full battery portable solution ready yet, we intend to have one by the end of 2013.
Excellent. So you guys are really keeping pace with mobile as it continues to develop.
You have to. There's a lot of the print technology started out with different people having a specialty in print technology, but a lot of the bigger customers prefer to have the proverbial one throat to choke. They want to get all their printing needs from one person, so they only have to deal with one vendor. So our company is constantly evolving, constantly having to look at new technologies and add them to our portfolio.
Yeah, absolutely. So is that ease of adaptation or evolution, is that how you guys go about differentiating yourselves in the marketplace?
It is. We've been around for a long time. We are the culmination of two different companies. And if you go back and look at the origins of both of those companies, on our point of sale side, we were the first to ever come up with a clamshell paper loading. We were one of the first to ever make a hybrid printer. We were the first to ever put direct color thermal printing in. We were the first to ever develop a graphic utility to go with your printer. On the label side, we were the first to ever actually release a portable, believe it or not. We discontinued that line because the market was too slow on the uptake. Now they have, so we're going to go back and re-release them. So yes, we always keep our finger on the pulse of the new evolution, and we release a lot of industry first, both on our point of sale and our label side. But at the same time, you can't release them all. So sometimes we are the fast follower, we are the second, and there's benefits in that too. So we need to know when to pick on a print technology, when to be the first to introduce it or to be a fast follower. So in the full portable, we're a fast follower. Many times we are the leader, and that's been one of the ways we differentiate ourselves in the market in our history.
Excellent. And obviously keeping tabs on the marketplace is extremely important. I mean, from a solution provider standpoint, and NRF is the event to sort of understand what retailers are talking about, what their wants and needs are, so you can better, connect with them, market to them, and help them along that journey. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your experience at NRF and whether it met your expectations or not?
Sure. We've been showing at NRF for about 12 years now. I myself have been coming here for roughly 8 or 10. This year is one of the better years in recent history. Probably arguably one of the best I've ever seen.
Right.
NRF did take a dip a few years ago, but in the last, say, 3 years, it's been on the steady incline. 2 floors. What I think is happening is that even some of the other countries, some of the trade show activity has dove, and customers still have that urge to be able to walk through the brick and mortars, the temporary brick and mortars, get an interface where they can actually see the product, hold it. And with the decline of trade shows in other industries and other areas, there are more people flocking here because this one will always be here. So we are getting more meetings with foreign customers than we used to at NRF. We are getting more meetings with some of the smaller players. They're being drawn here. And as I said, over the last few years, I've seen NRF grow significantly, while some of the other trade shows have declined. I think NRF will continue to raise as some of the others struggle.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll tie into new opportunities for you guys, which is always great.
It's one of the ways to find out what the market needs, what they're doing, how they're getting those needs serviced right now, and how can we bring it to them better.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of next steps or future goals for Cognitive, what can we expect from you guys in 2013?
Well, we have a lot of differentiating feature sets we're putting in our products right now. We do have a lot of, we call them under-the-shelf demos that aren't actively displayed at NRF, where we're under NDA talking to some of our strategic partners. Right. Through the course of 2013, we plan to have multiple releases where we actually not just increase the feeds and speeds like people normally do in the progression of their printer products, but to actively add new feature sets. So through 2013, you'll see several new feature sets added to both our single station lines and our hybrid lines. And you'll even see some portability solutions on both our label printers and our point of sale. So all before the end of 2013.
Wow, excellent, Kyle. So it seems like you guys have a pretty great checklist of things to come for the following.
We're going to be pretty active in 2013. It'll be one of our most active development years in a long time.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing all those new developments and releases from you guys, and seeing how the retail space continues to develop. I mean, it seems like an ongoing process.
Yep. No, it's a good space to be in. We've been in it a long time, and we feel comfortable there. We're looking at other spaces as well, but it's still our home. It's where we originated from and where we'll always be strong.
Excellent, Kyle. Well, thanks again so much for taking the time out to speak with me. It was a real pleasure to catch up with you.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone out there for watching.